And we're live, apparently.
Okay.
Should we see how we look on the actual Facebook page?
I'm going to shuffle over to the. We're trying to squeeze two people into the.
What's going on?
Into the frame here.
See what we look like on Facebook. Oh, we look fine. We look fine.
Yeah, that's good. I think.
Oh no, we can hear ourselves.
What's going on?
We mute ourselves. Far away. There we go.
Cool.
Lovely.
Cool.
Welcome to another live episode and another well prepared. Certainly not 10 minutes before.
Where's my hand? I can't see my hand.
It's because you're looking down there when you should just be looking up there.
Yeah.
Last time on the YouTube video, your the thing, I can't remember what it's called. The pause thing.
The pause thing.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The image. I can't remember what it's called. I should know. So I do social media for
The thumbnail.
Yes, the thumbnail. It's you doing this.
Okay.
Simon, we are together this week.
Yeah, in person.
So please let us know. Hopefully get away from me. I knew it was just a bad idea.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm going to end up putting like my fist through your glasses by the end of this.
It's okay. I need new ones, so.
I'll be helping you.
Yeah.
It's really, really uncomfortable watching myself, not only on my MacBook screen, but also on one of three of your screens.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got twice on your MacBook and once on my screen.
Yeah, it's very weird.
And they're all delayed by slightly bit more.
Right. Simon, you've got internet this week. That is very good news.
That's a good start.
Let us know if you can hear us properly and we can get cracking. If you've got any questions throughout, please feel free. We have a planned schedule today.
Do we?
We do.
Okay.
I mean, we've got our own little Slack channel for this.
We do indeed.
That you, by the way, you've added nothing to so far.
Well, you just beat me to it, so.
I beat you to it.
Yeah.
It's absolute bollocks.
See what I have to work with here.
As is my tradition, I am drinking an energy drink at 10 o'clock at night.
What could possibly go wrong?
Not every day, just for the show.
I'm on water.
Vodka. Perfect. Excellent. Excellente. Well, sounds good. So, the first thing we're going to talk about this week is, hopefully this works. Yes.
I've not seen this in action before because I've been on the other side, you see.
Look how technical it is.
It's brilliant.
I mean, basically, I'm programming as we go here. We've decided to use this tool, by the way, moving forwards. We found it works fairly well, so we've just invested in it. Oof. A lot of money.
Yeah.
So the first thing we want to talk about is the Skyliner, just because it's a quick one, because, nobody really cares about it that much.
Oh, I see. You've thrown my order in now.
Well, So we've seen the first picture of it.
Yeah.
And it's yellow.
Uncovered.
Yeah.
Because you say they've got loads. Like, you see a picture here on this is blogmickey.com.
Other websites are available.
Yeah.
Thinkbytrade.com.
They've got loads of them going, haven't they? It's basically fully functional now, isn't it? They're just testing it.
I mean, the thing is, though, as well, everyone is losing their minds over this.
I don't know why.
It's a yellow cab with vents open on it, presumably to let air in so you don't die in the Florida heat.
Yeah, because that wasn't something that they'd said before, was it? I know they said they weren't going to have aircon.
Yeah, well, it was presumed there'd be some way of letting the air in.
Well, you don't know that.
No, we don't know that.
If they didn't, they could sell you bottles of water on the gondolas.
Press button just as you're about to die for water and oxygen.
There's a little refrigerator under the seats that's locked unless you scan your magic band.
Oxygen mask will drop upon scan.
Yeah. Upon receipt of your $20, one oxygen mask will drop.
But this is the thing. So I think they're pretty cool. But everyone's been going crazy because there was a bit of wind in Orlando last week.
Oh, and they were swaying.
And they were swaying slightly, and everyone's going, "Oh, it's not safe! It's not safe! I'm not going to take my kids on it." But people don't realise, right? These things are built for mountains.
Yeah, ski resorts. Yeah.
For snowy conditions, for windy conditions, because mountains are high, and where the things are high, there is more wind. Yeah. And people seem to be forgetting that.
Yeah, they seem to be losing their minds and. Yes, they get storms, and they may well stop them in the storms. Yeah. Potentially, But yeah, a little bit of wind's not going to do anything to them, is it? They might sway.
Well, it depends if I've had beans before I've got on.
they might make it go faster.
Yeah.
And thank God for the vents, really.
This one's going too fast.
Yeah. But I mean, I've completely lost my train of thought thinking of your farce.
Walt Disney World does need a new thrill ride, to be fair. Yeah, it does, Nick.
I suppose that's what I was thinking of. If you can't stomach a little swaying,
yeah,
how are you going to do on the rides?
Exactly.
You know,
I think we've been losing their minds over this, and it is literally a gondola.
Yeah, it was funny because there was so many pictures. There were so many pictures of like all these. What would you call them then? If they're not gondolas.
Are they gondolas?
I don't know.
So they cable cars.
I suppose, yeah. Well, they called it the gondola system, didn't they, to begin with?
It's weird because I think of gondolas as boats.
Well, yeah, in Italy they're those boats, aren't they? What do they call them? Well, they called them the Disney Skyliner gondola.
Yeah, but I mean, earlier tonight we also saw Disney call a pasty a pie.
True.
So
anything goes in Disney.
Let's not trust Disney on what they call things.
I got distracted again.
Sorry. Pasties and pies. It's because we're next to each other as well. It's quite distracting.
It's just thrown me. Oh yeah. People were losing their minds when they were like undercover, and there were so many pictures of like every day there was a new picture of the same gondola coming out covered up, and now that one is uncovered, people are just losing their shits, aren't they?
Disney are much like a dog in its prime, teasing a male dog. Every day there's a little bit of a tease, and I don't know why that came to my head.
You're saying there's like loads of people humping the pillars.
Dry humping the pillars. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get some practice on the gondola in Alton Towers later this year. Also, Simon, I was around in. It makes me sound really old. I'm not that old, but I remember riding the gondola system at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World.
Okay. I may have ridden it because I have video footage of me riding something like that, shouting at people. What
were you doing?
At the age of 6.
Oi!
You slag!
Put the turkey leg down, you fat bastard.
So it may have been the gondolas.
What else were you riding that high?
I don't know what it would have been.
You must have been on the
gondolas. It must have been the gondolas.
6, so that would have been 97?
98.
98?
1 year.
Oh yeah, it would have been 97 for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were definitely still open then, I'm sure.
Yeah, so it probably would have been the gondolas. But I don't really have any recollection of them, but I have been on them.
Yeah, they were great. I think they only closed because someone jumped off and killed themselves.
That's a bit lame.
Which is why the vents are so small.
Yeah, and they're sealed units. You know,
exactly.
Yeah. There has to be somebody that ruins it for everyone, isn't there?
I know. I'm sure that's the story as to why they closed. Because now the old gondola stop in Magic Kingdom is where the Tangled toilets are.
Okay. Does that have any relation to this person jumping off?
No. Just
saying. Okay.
No.
Just sharing. Just sharing.
Just a bit of knowledge.
Okay.
So every time you're having a poo in the Tangled toilet, think of the gondola system.
Okay. Simon says it's way before his first visit in 2008. Then.
Yes. Oh yeah. They were long gone by then. Long gone. Yeah. So that's the gondola system.
They haven't said anything about when they're opening yet, have they?
It's supposed to be this fall.
Okay. It seems to be they're doing a lot of testing then before fall.
Yeah, but I think
to be fair, like we say with Star Wars, they say fall, but it's coming out in summer.
Yeah.
So
they actually mean June.
Who knows? It could be open in May.
Could be open tomorrow.
Yeah.
But in limited capacity. Only 3 work.
Yeah. Only the one that's uncovered.
Just the one. You have to wait 4 hours to get on one. So that's the gondolas. That's all we wanted to say on the gondolas. Let's move on.
Swiftly.
Move on. Let's move on to Epcot, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Swift as Swifty herself, as she's having a lovely time with Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
Sorry.
Are they a thing?
No, but they made a promise, see, together. If they didn't find someone by the age of something or other, then they would get married. Yeah, they did.
They really do that. Wow. Okay.
There you go. We're learning all kinds of things tonight. I also just realised I'm not using a coaster.
Oh, disgusting. I mean, to be fair, I only have one coaster, so I won't worry about it.
Everyone at home, please play the world's tiniest violin.
I mean, we have realised that my desk is wide enough for 2 people to work on.
Well, my MacBook is literally sat here with no issues whatsoever.
No.
So let's move on to Epcot.
Yeah.
rather than your desk.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of demolition work that's due to be happening at Epcot. The first thing that's happening is...
Do you need a moment?
Starbucks! So Starbucks is set to close at Epcot.
Yeah.
And now, by close, they have... I think there is a pretty safe bet that Starbucks is going to be opening in another location. Thanks, Simon, for the violin there. That is appreciated.
That's brilliant. Love that.
So they reckon that Starbucks, if you just scroll up a little bit,
okay.
Starbucks is going to be taking the food service side of an upcoming Epcot Experience Centre. So Odyssey. It's going to that's where they're going to be going.
Although they sort of say temporarily.
Yeah, so they must be building a new location for Starbucks.
Yeah, I suppose if they're tearing down, is it Innovations East? Or was it West?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. East. I think that's what it seems to say there. So Innovations East, if they're tearing that down, they're presumably going to rebuild it or rebuild something there. So maybe Starbucks will go into whatever's going to be built there.
Oh, they're definitely building another Starbucks because it makes them a shit ton of money.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have multiple they have like at least one in every park, don't they now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're not going to lose out. I assume they will get it ready for the closing of the current one.
You
can't imagine they wanting to lose out on trade for a certain period of time.
I think they'll have a temporary Starbucks at the very least during the closure. And then the other big thing that was part of this, because no one really cares about interventions anymore, is the Club Cool.
Yes. My parents are very disappointed about it.
Really?
Yeah, they like Club Cool. They like getting their melon Coke.
Like getting their melon Coke.
Melon Coke. Is that the one from China?
I don't know.
I don't know where it's from. But
I really like Club Cool. I have to say, I really, really like Club Cool.
I mean, they need to clean the floors
it's so sticky.
more regularly.
It's stickier than a nightclub in Worthing, which, I'll be honest, is pretty sticky. I've walked out, much like
without shoes.
The guys in Home Alone. On the stairs. I've walked out with my shoes in there, my socks in there, and then I've ended up busting my foot on a rusty nail.
Nice.
It's happened.
Nice.
But Club Cool's very much like that.
What, rusty nails and stuff?
Well, who knows with Disney. Whereas the Starbucks in Epcot, the Starbucks in Epcot, Carly, is as you're round the back of Spaceship Earth, you go down, you turn right. It's before you go through the Epcot character spot and then head towards the land. It used to be an ice cream shop. Can't remember the name of what it used to be. But yeah, it used to be an ice cream place. So that's all closing. Epcot character spot, I believe, is also closing. And all of that is said to be... The characters are said to be rumoured to go where the Imagination Pavilion is.
Right, is that where Wreck-It Ralph and...
Yeah, so the characters are going to move there.
Penelope, is it?
I don't know,
I can't remember what her name was.
I can never remember her name.
Oh, Vanellope. Vanellope.
Yeah,
okay.
Vanellope, yeah. Beverly, yes or no? I enjoy trying it every time. I don't particularly like the drink, but I enjoy trying it.
You have to enlighten me, Beverly.
You never met Beverly? Every time you go, give Beverly a little go.
Why? Oh, I'm so confused.
It's a drink.
It's a drink. From
it's
where?
A drink.
From where?
From Club Cool.
Oh, okay.
It's famously the worst drink there.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. I see. I don't drink.
You don't drink fizzy drinks.
Fizzy drinks, so I don't drink anything there. So it's another disappointing fact about me, as most things about me.
You just basically advertise yourself as disappointing to all.
That's basically how I've lived my life.
Accurate. Yeah, I mean the single coasted test sold that very well. And I'm slightly put off by this random white towel on your desk as well.
It's a cloth for cleaning my glasses. What's wrong with that?
That is I'm just putting this out here. This is a big cloth for glasses cleaning.
For cleaning your glasses.
Why are some bits stuck together?
That's your sticky hands, mate.
Oh.
It's nothing to do with my cloth. I've got to clean it now. Fucking hell.
It's a good job we don't take advertising revenue on YouTube. We've been banned for all the swearing.
And the references to sticky cloths.
That sticky cloths are fine.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with my cloth. It's very clean. I'll have you know.
Washed it yesterday, did you?
Of course.
So Beverly.
It's very sticky.
Beverly, no. Simon, but I do try it again every time I go because I just think it's cool to do it. But I think everyone was losing their shit over Club Cool closing. But at the end of the day, if you go in there, it's never really busy, is it?
No, it's pretty quiet, isn't it?
And it's just selling Coke products. Because
Yes.
you can buy the slushies in there, the Coke slushies, and a load of Coke merchandise that literally nobody wants.
And that they all sell at Disney Springs.
Yeah, in the Coca-Cola store. That's right. So yeah, I'm not too bothered. As much as I like Club Cool, I think it's a really cool area. I'm not bothered by any of these closures other than Starbucks.
Which will be coming back.
Which will be coming back without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't mind too much about Club Cool going. You know, it's even at the end of the day, it's just a bit of free bit of Coke, isn't it? Really. So
free bit of Coke.
Free bit of Coke.
Well, if you could put a free bit of Coke, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Depends what Coke you're talking about.
I'm talking about the Coke that can keep me going at Disney all day.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's kind of the news that's going on at Epcot, and the whole project is called Project Gamma.
Or Project G.
Project G.
Because Gamma's too hard to say.
The Imagineers are really trying to hit that G spot.
Yeah, they're really trying to optimize their performance here.
Yeah.
People know they're slow at doing stuff, so they're just like, we're going to call it Project G. Gamma's too long. Think of the amount of seconds we're going to say.
They're going to say saying that.
But they're going to have to explain what somebody's going to be like. Oh, well, what's Project G? Oh, it's Project Gamma. We shortened it to Project G because it took too long to say Gamma, and they're going to have to say that every single time.
Oh yeah, we've got that. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting going back to Epcot in October for me. I don't think you'll see much change when you're there.
No,
but for me in October, I'd be interested to see what's happened.
Yeah, because they haven't announced when this is going to be happening, have they?
No, and if you go right to the bottom here, I'm sure
none of this is like official announcement, is it? Basically, they're going based on on the permits.
Yeah, right at the bottom, I think there's a reference to Mouse Gear. So Mouse Gear is slated for a major overhaul for the 50th anniversary in 2021.
Right. Okay.
I don't think Mouse Gear needs it.
Not really. I mean, it could do with a bit of freshening up, maybe.
That happens whenever I'm in there.
But generally, it's not too bad. Because you're so sweaty.
Yeah. I love Mouse Gear.
My concern is electric umbrella.
Oh, that can go for like a fuck off. No, I do like electric umbrella.
No, it's I don't know. Like they say about renovating it, I think, don't they, or something like that. Possibly, maybe.
Yeah.
For the 2021. So we'll see. But hopefully presumably it'll be closed for a certain amount of time if they're going to renovate it. So
yeah, I think so. But all they do it in stages like they did with Disney Springs, with the
true.
I always forget the name of the shop.
What's it called?
What is that shop called in Disney Springs? World of Disney.
World of Disney.
Thank you. So I can't see them shutting Mouse Gear completely because, and also I think Mouse Gear is the best shop in the theme park in Disney World.
Are you excluding? So you're not considering Disney Springs? You just within the theme parks?
I include Disney Springs in that.
Okay.
Mouse Gear is my favourite shop in Disney World.
What makes you say that over World of Disney?
Well, I think they've got a good amount of different merchandise about in there,
right?
And also a lot of it's Epcot themed.
Oh, okay.
So it takes the edge. I do like World of Disney. The World of Disney theming now is crap, though.
Yes, it is. I mean, they've tried to make it into the Disney Springs kind of,
which seems to be like a really shit shopping mall.
Yeah, well, certainly with the marketplace, isn't it? But I think Epcot has a really good selection of shops, really, generally, isn't it? Because obviously it's got what's it called?
Mouse Gear.
That's the one. I can think of was World of Disney then. I couldn't think of
it's definitely not the World of Disney.
So it's got Mouse Gear, and then it's got a good pin station, and it's got Art of Disney as well. Yeah, it's got a pretty good selection.
And all the shops in World Showcase are pretty cool as well.
Yeah, throughout all of those as well.
In particular, the ones found in the German and Japanese pavilions, I think, are probably the two best, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're good.
Where you can go and get the schnitzel. Actually, you can't go and get the schnitzel. But you can get yourself.
You always ask for that whenever you go in that accent.
Yeah,
exact accent.
Like
Donna's just standing by the door.
Excuse me, please, may I have a schnitzel?
They're just like, sir, we've told you no.
We don't talk like that. Yes, we don't do schnitzel. You can get a very lovely popcorn. You can get a very lovely bit of popcorn.
Are you talking about the Werther's popcorn?
Yes, the Werther's popcorn. That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So if you've not been to Germany, pop into the Werther's shop and get some popcorn. It will be the best popcorn you have ever tried.
I don't know if is Werther's like big in America. I don't know if it is or not. That looked really serious from that screen. I don't know if Werther's is really big in America or not.
I don't know, because over here it's kind of seen as a sweet that your granddad gave you.
Yeah.
And in a bit of a pervy way as well.
I don't know about your granddad did.
My granddad never gave me a Werther's.
Okay. Whew. Safe.
Yeah.
It
always went to the next stage.
God, that turned dark.
No, but he never gave me a Werther's. I never had a Werther's. My family weren't really Werther's grandparents.
No, I don't really know of any that are, but I know what you mean. When you think of Werther's, you think of old people. It's because it's hard candy, basically, and old people love.
Yeah, but the baked goods in the Werther's, I can't remember the name of the shop. They're amazing. It's because they're using all the caramel basically more than they do sell the sweets, but they're mostly using the caramel.
Yeah.
So, Simon, try it in September. Lovely reference to the customer is always weird there, Nick. Did you
talking about granddads?
Yeah, but we're talking about Werther's original, and Nick says, I bet your uncle gave you a Werther's.
I don't think I've ever received a Werther's from either of my uncles, to be fair.
Do you not remember? From Customers Always Weird? Your uncle.
I have no recollection of this.
It was last week. The episode came out on Friday.
Did it?
Yeah, we were talking about it.
It's been a long week, Ryan. It's been a long week.
This is literally what I have to do. Like, literally,
my memory
what
is
I have
awful.
to deal with. So, how can you not remember last Sunday? It's not even been a week.
Apparently, I repressed it.
Yeah, much like the memories.
Most episodes of Customer is Weird I repress.
Yeah, it's fair. Like we tend to just forget as soon as we said things on that.
Yeah.
The end of that show last week turned dark real quick. Real quick.
You're gonna have to remind me.
What do you mean? I just reminded you.
Oh, is that a bit? Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
we were talking about your.
Okay. I thought you were talking about something different.
No, we were talking about your horrific memories as a child, where
I can't even remember last week.
This is why it's happened so much to him that he has to stamp out these memories.
Yeah. It's just my go-to thing.
Mm-hmm.
Repress. I mean, I won't remember tonight.
Simon says, "Oh my God, Dan, get off my knob." Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay, there you go.
That, yeah.
Nick's dying.
Obviously, I remember the Nick. Obviously, I remember the knob jokes.
The knob jokes, yeah. The knob jokes are great.
Those ones stay with you forever.
They do. I'm sitting next to one now.
Oh, I see.
Slam dunk.
That was really shit.
I know. I think I should have done that. Let's move on. Okay. So that's Epcot. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the changes there. I don't care about the character spot. Club Cool is average. I'm not sure about closing that, but Starbucks. As long as I can get my PSL in October. If I can't,
there'll be trouble.
Well, I'll be breaking legs.
He'll have a hissy fit.
I will have a hissy fit.
Like an American teenage girl.
Oh my God, I want my American Starbucks latte PSL right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the big news this week is Galaxy's Edge.
What's Galaxy's Edge?
I've heard it's got something to do with Star Wars.
What's Star Wars?
I've heard it's got something to do with a war that takes place in the stars.
Seems a bit far-fetched.
It does. So we've got two opening dates. One, May the 31st at Disneyland. They missed a trick. Why not May the 4th? Don't know.
Very, very true. I mean, it's about a month.
Well, I mean, crack on. Come on.
Yeah, I think crack the whip. Come on.
Yeah.
Bob, sort it out.
Crack on. Yes, Scott. Exactly. He doesn't even recognise that as a line from the movie. This is what I'm dealing with. Oh, it's not a scrum-diddly-umptious bar, Nick. No. But I do get that reference as well. So, yeah, May the 31st, he's got no idea what's going on.
I'm assuming this is Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Yes.
Okay.
We literally were singing the song last Sunday.
Were you singing substitutionary locomotion?
That's not how you say it.
Okay.
I'm not even going to
How
dignify
say
it.
it?
I'm not going to dignify it.
Fine, whatever.
I'm not going to sing it now. All right?
The moment's passed.
Listen to customers is always weird. We sing it
Fine,
on that, I'm
fine.
sure.
I'll just get it up on Podbean now.
Yeah, do it on Podbean.
Yeah.
So Galaxy's Edge, May the 31st in Disneyland and August the 29th in Walt Disney World. However, the big thing here is that it's neither of those lands, as far as we know, definitely not Disneyland. Although it did say it on the Disney World website, both of those lands are not opening with the biggest attraction that's going to be launching for those lands, which
What we
is
think is going to be the biggest attraction, isn't it?
Rise of the Resistance. Yeah, and Disney kind of have been suggesting that as well. Galaxy's Edge also sounds like a chocolate bar. Exactly, Nick. And actually, we recorded the podcast for Monday earlier today, and it's exactly what I said.
We should get one of those big Galaxy bars and then cut out of the middle. Should be like, here's Galaxy's Edge.
It's Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
It's open now.
Yeah, yeah.
Simon says he's nearly pissing his pants.
Just do a video of just we're opening Galaxy's Edge. Pop out the middle.
Just pop the middle right out.
Yeah. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Although, as I said earlier, in America it's called Dove.
Yeah.
So they won't get it.
Doesn't really.
They won't get it.
Yeah, Dove Edge.
Dove Edge.
Yeah.
No. Dove. So yeah, those are the dates, and Rise of the Resistance is not opening with either of those two lands, which is a bit of a disappointment, I think.
Have they said it for Hollywood Studios yet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
Did they? Well, I think they've only sort of said Disneyland so far.
Go onto the Disney World site. There you go. It says there.
Oh god! See, this is why I'm
There. Rise of the Resistance will not be available at the
okay.
opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and will open later this year.
Okay.
That is currently on the official Walt Disney World website.
Yeah.
So we must assume that it is not going to be open, even though that is not what Disney announced.
Yeah, they didn't say anything, did they?
No.
When they announced it. That's why I was thinking it hadn't been done, hadn't been said, because it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is really weird to me. I mean, why not just open it as a full land? Well, yeah. So that is going to be the reason.
Oh, it's 100% the reason.
Well, you're just letting people down because people go there for the opening, and they'll want to go there, and they won't be able to see both of the rides, and they'll have to come back, and they won't necessarily be able to come back. So it's just a bit of a disappointment, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's shit. I see why they're doing it though, because they then get 2 massive injections of crowds,
Yeah.
and every hotel room on both properties will be booked.
Yeah, for all that time. I mean, they haven't said how long it's going to be. You know, obviously, I suppose we'll get into it in a minute, but there's mention of a June 23rd date, isn't there? Like, is it going to be any relation to that?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, who knows? So Scott says 5 to 6 hours plus for Galaxy's Edge. 100% would buy a fast pass if available. Yeah, we podcast last week before.
Yes, yeah, we did. Was it last week? I think, wasn't it?
I think it was last week. We were talking about Galaxy's Edge fast passes before we knew this. It was going to be open even this year at Disney World, and we said we would buy a fast pass, and I think that I am still of that opinion.
But you can't.
Well, we
Well,
don't know that.
I think it's pretty likely because they've said that the fast passes aren't going to be available for any of the Disney World or Galaxy's Edge attractions in either parks.
Yeah.
They haven't even said that that's going to be a set date. They've just said they're not going to be available. And for the Disneyland Max Pass, I think it's called, it's not going to be available either.
Yeah, but I mean that's free. I mean, not Max Pass.
Yeah.
But free fast passes are definitely not available.
Yeah, but if they're not doing it for Max Pass for Disneyland, I can't see them doing it for Disney, introducing the system for Disney World and only making it available for Star Wars.
I mean, I am all for them not doing fast passes, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm quite happy with this.
Particularly for, I mean, I would be happy if they just got rid of the fast pass system as a whole.
I would as well, yeah.
But particularly for Star Wars Land, for grand opening, I think it makes it a lot fairer if they just let everyone queue normally. There's no arguments about, or no people moaning about people jumping ahead in fast pass. If you're waiting 5, 6 hours, maybe 7 hours, whatever it is going to be, at least everyone's on an even playing field in terms of waiting. So it's a sensible decision.
I'm totally on board with Disney doing this. Simon says test to see if fast pass is needed. Potentially, because I think with this, I think you're going to be annoyed. I think there's going to be fights if there are fast passes. I think generally people are going to lose their shit over this attraction, over this land. And I think if you're waiting for 6 hours and that gets pushed back to 8 hours because of fast passes, probably even longer, you're going to get super annoyed.
Yeah.
And I think Disney have made the right call to launch these lands without fast passes at this point in time. They may well introduce them once Rise of the Resistance comes in, or maybe in a couple of years' time. That's not unusual. Universal do it, right? So Universal launch their brand new attractions, and they don't introduce fast pass or sorry, as they call it, Express. They don't introduce it for a year or two, and Disney probably would be wise to follow suit with this land.
Yeah, absolutely. I think because they didn't do it with Harry Potter, did they? For quite a while, it wasn't available as fast pass. It is now, and I think they'll probably do the same thing with Galaxy's Edge.
I think so. I think in a couple of years' time we'll see fast pass introduced.
Yeah. Whether at that point they might introduce the paid system into Disney World, perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, it depends if because obviously they've got the extra hours. I forget what they call the event, but they have the
what for Toy Story.
Yeah,
the paid event.
They'll do that for this, I think.
They haven't said that. And what's interesting is in Disneyland, I don't think they've mentioned it in Disney World yet, but in Disneyland, it's not going to be available for extra magic hours.
No, or magic morning.
Magic morning. So
magic morning in my house is a very different thing. So
I think Donna's watching, right?
Not anymore. I think she's tuned out straight away.
Yeah, so it's not going to be available for extra magic hours. They haven't said that for Disney World. Do you reckon they will?
I think Disney World will charge for it.
Oh, what? So you reckon there'll be a paid service for it?
Yeah, I reckon one day every week, or every couple of weeks, they'll have a paid for 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. event at Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
I mean, they'd be stupid not to. I'd pay it. Yeah. I'd pay $200 to get it out of the way.
I can understand.
Well, not get it out of the way, but see it when it's empty.
I can understand them not making it available for generic extra magic hours because so many people would go there because every hotel guest would be available to go to extra magic hours.
Yeah.
If they did a paid thing where they controlled the numbers, then that could work quite nicely because the area wouldn't be completely packed full. That would work quite nicely, and I can understand why they wouldn't do it for extra magic hours because you would get so many people going in to get in there nice and early, and they would just overwhelm the park. It's
what's going to happen. But the Disney World is got extra magic hours.
Yeah.
Simon said, if the park will hit capacity, if you have a fast pass for another attraction, can you still enter early? No. As it stands right now, if the park hits capacity, if any park hits capacity, I believe I'm right in saying this. It doesn't matter if you have a fast pass. I believe they will still let you in if you have a restaurant reservation.
That makes sense.
I think.
Otherwise, they charge you if you don't turn up.
Yeah, so I believe that is the case. But a fast pass, they will not let you in if you've got a fast pass for an attraction. That is not something they do. I can't see them introducing it first. Galaxy's Edge, they want to keep people out.
Well, and there's no fast passes for it anyway.
Yeah, so, but I mean, Simon was saying if he's got a fast pass for, say, Terror Tower.
Oh, I see. Right, okay.
Can he get in as a pass at capacity? My thinking on this, and I'm pretty sure I'm saying you can't. Right. If you've got a breakfast reservation, yes, I think you might be allowed in. My advice to anyone going to Galaxy's Edge this side of 2025 is to turn up. If your park's opening at 9, turn up at 7. That's my advice.
How long do you reckon they'll reach capacity for?
I think both parks will reach capacity, and by both parks I mean Disneyland and also Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
I would think both parks will be at capacity for 6 months.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I book a breakfast. Yeah, it's a good idea, Simon. I don't know 100% if it will work for Galaxy's Edge. My advice, as I said, would be to turn up at 7 a.m. And Donna, I've already told you that we're doing this. You know, I've not just dropped a massive bombshell on you on the live stream. You can feel free to meet me at like 10 to 9, but I'll be at Smuggler's Run by then. That's
all right. Donna can go round and you can queue for like 5 hours.
If I'm arriving at the park at 7, I'm at the front. I'm not queuing.
You're one of these people that are running, although you're not allowed to run, are you? Because they have the people with the group.
I will be running it. Star Wars.
Just be like trampling. You would not want to be that person in that job, would you?
No.
You've got a stampede of people behind you, and you've got to hold a little rope to keep them back.
I'm gonna take 2 lightsabers. I'm gonna hold them in my hands like this, and hold them in my hands like this, and I'm gonna swing them going.
Let's see how long it takes you to get tackled to the ground by Thug Mickey.
That's not gonna happen because they'll be like, excuse me, Galaxy's Edge. You're not allowed to touch the blade, otherwise it's not very realistic, is it?
Yeah.
So I'll be like this, and they'll be like, whoa, watch out, sir! Oh no!
You say otherwise they're not creating an immersive experience.
They have to go down
if they touch it.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Okay.
They have to go down.
Okay. I'm not sure that's going to work.
Donna has just put a massive face palm. No one mentioned anything about reaching capacity. Oh, Donna, this is Galaxy's Edge. It's a given.
Yeah.
I guarantee you Hollywood Studios will reach capacity every single day for the foreseeable future. As soon as it opens. Well, and Disneyland, and California Adventure even.
Now, I got a side question, unrelated to Galaxy's Edge, but related to Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
Do you think they'll reach capacity on the 1st of May, which is the 30th anniversary, and the first day of the new show?
No.
No?
No.
Cool. I'm good.
I don't think so. I mean, you want to get some cool merchandise. So if the park opens at 9, again, if you want to get that merchandise, I've been there for Star Wars weekends, and Donna will mention this as well. We queued for like 3 hours for pins.
Wow.
It wasn't fun, but we got some damn good pins, and Donna reached across and grabbed those. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have those.
Well, wouldn't have got them.
I wouldn't have had the sexy pins that I've got today. But it was a long queue for merchandise.
That is a long queue for merchandise. Isn't it?
I'd advise getting the FSA 7.
Yeah.
Your parents aren't going to like it, but I would definitely do it.
See, the problem is with that as well. I know, because we're staying in the villa at that point in time.
Yeah.
So we are a little bit further away, but it's like 20 minute drive.
What time do the car parks open? Good question, Simon. I don't tend to go in by car. I'm usually on the Disney buses. They usually start heading off about, I think, an hour and a half to 2 hours before the park opens. But if the car parks are closed, remember you can always Uber and just hang around outside.
Lurk.
I'll be lurking at midnight the night before.
Loiter.
Yeah.
Ryan's going to... Yeah, have you told Donna about the idea of camping in the car park?
What I'm planning on doing is camping just in the gardens of Tower of Terror. And then
in your camouflage tent.
Yeah.
Just like...
And at 4 a.m, just waking up and getting straight to Smuggler's Run and being first in line.
Just camping in Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
Just like...
I'll just dress as animatronic. So like, hello, welcome to Galaxy's Edge.
Just fashion like a big box that looks like something started from Star Wars.
Oh, like one of the box droids.
Yeah,
just walking around going, bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb.
Nobody will think anything of it.
No,
even the staff members or cast members will just be like, I don't remember that being a droid, but it looks like a Star Wars droid. So
it looks like something that was built in the 70s and looks shit. It must be from Star Wars. On your own, I will be on my own. I'm absolutely happy to camp out and make sure that I'm first in the queue. So what else is going on with Galaxy's Edge? Is there anything else we can say on it at this stage? I mean, for one, the one thing I haven't said, if you haven't gleaned this from me already, is that I am incredibly excited to be able to see this year. Ideally, I'd like to be able to see Rise of the Resistance, but considering I thought that I wouldn't get to see Galaxy's Edge at all this year, bearing in mind, last week, even on the podcast, we were still thinking it's going to be late December and possibly pushed back to next year at Disney World.
I mean, I suppose we can talk about that because that's been really weird, isn't it? You know, they said it was going to be delayed, which obviously it's separate from Disneyland.
Yeah.
But only by about 2 months.
Yeah.
3 months. Yeah, 3 months. And originally they said like fall for Disney World, but it's opening on the 29th of August, which isn't fall, it's summer. So they're opening it before that.
They're opening it early basically because Rise of the Resistance isn't ready.
Yeah, so do you reckon it was a case of Rise of Resistance was the reason it was holding everything back, and they thought that, we're just going to open everything else because everything else is ready.
Yeah.
We're going to open that. Rise of the Resistance, we'll just have to wait. It makes you wonder if Rise of the Resistance is delayed because of a technical problem that they're trying to overcome, or they're just really behind.
I think that they are. Well, the thing is, they're not technically behind. They're just opening the rest of it early.
No, but if there was a technical problem with Rise of Resistance, which was causing them to have a delay, because they had to redesign something or something like that.
Yeah, but if you imagine the way the land's being built, I think if you look at the Falcon, it's only just been completed at Disney World.
Yeah.
So they're obviously polishing off that ride right now.
Yeah.
They'll probably begin testing that in the next month or two internally. Without, I doubt they'll invite anyone in. Yeah. But Rise of the Resistance was probably the ride they're going to be working on at the same time, but maybe that was going to be finished, like I say, a month before opening, whereas Smuggler's Run is almost done.
Right.
So do you
think they brought all of them forward by about a month, maybe?
Well, I think because they've opened it about a month or two early in both cases.
Yeah, because Disneyland, was that summer? Did they say summer?
Yeah, summer.
Yeah, and even the 31st of May isn't really,
Disney World was late
slightly before, isn't it? And generally, when they say summer, generally things open late summer.
Yeah. Or
when they say fall, it's like late fall sort of thing, don't they? Because they're never on time.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see it later this year. The thing I was most excited for was Rise of the Resistance, but I think the land itself will be incredible. I'm sure Smuggler's Run is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll both be good. I think Rise of the Resistance, I think it does appeal more. I think it's more exciting of a ride because there's more of a story to it almost than just controlling the Falcon. And people who love Star Wars are going to love doing that. Yeah. But it's kind of a little mission space-esque for me. Yeah. Which I don't have a problem with it, but I think the other ones could be more interesting.
Yeah, I think so. Simon says waiting for Rise is a good idea. If it's not working, don't open it. But when it opens, the soft openings will have plenty of people waiting to ride it. Yeah, it's weird that they've opened it early. I do think the only reason they've done it is simply to make more money. And that is, we know for a fact, that week, that month even the next 3 months, every hotel room around Disney World and Disneyland will be full. Everyone will be going to Galaxy's Edge. And you know what? They could say, actually, we're not opening Rise of the Resistance. It's been delayed until February 2020, when bookings tend to be as high. Bang, you've then got all your hotel rooms full again. It's marketing 101. That's the only reason that they've done it, in my opinion.
Yeah, because the thing is, they know they're going to be busy for quite a few years to come until the next big thing comes out and tries to draw a little bit of the audience away. So the sooner they can open it, the sooner they can get people through the gates, and people aren't going to care that there's only one of the rides open. Granted, they would love it if they were both open, but they're still going to go. Yeah. So
100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we're probably thinking about wrapping up shortly. So if any of you do have any questions to ask us, feel free to ask them, because we want to try and make these shows roughly an hour or so. I don't know how long we've been running for.
I don't know. I was trying to see, but I can't tell.
About 40 minutes, I think, maybe.
So, because we finished at about 10, didn't we?
Yeah, so if you've got any questions for us, feel free to ask them in the comments now, because we'll be wrapping up short. The Galaxy's Edge was the last thing we wanted to talk about. Simon says, I heard the big wigs are worried about the hotel booking for summer are low. Don't disagree. I think there's been a lot of offers being pushed in the UK this year.
I didn't get an offer when I booked.
Yeah, well, they know you're a sucker. But I've seen Disney pushing it a lot more, and I think the reason for that is twofold. One, Brexit. People are worried about leaving the UK and booking their holidays. It's uncertain times at this point.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad thing or anything. We're not getting into political debate. But I think people are worried about going on holiday. Yeah. They don't know what's going to happen with money, with food prices, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you're saying that they're holding off on booking their holidays until they find out more.
Yes, I think so. I think that is playing a part. Yeah. And two, we've never seen Disney World more expensive. And people's wages don't go up by 30% every year. Disney's prices go up by way over inflation every single year. And it's harder and harder for people to be able to afford to go. And I think it's starting to hit them, and I actually hope that it does. I hope less people start going to the parks, not just because it means that it's better for people that are going and they get less wait times, but I think Disney needs to take a long, hard look at what they're doing to their parks, or what they're doing by increasing prices and not increasing the decent experiences. We've seen the parks fall down a little bit in quality over the last few years,
Yeah.
and I think there's a lot that Disney can be doing. And I think the only thing that will change that is when Bob Iger steps down and someone that loves the theme parks steps in as CEO of Disney. As much as I love Bob Iger, he doesn't care about the theme parks.
Do you think Star Wars has an impact on it as well?
How do you mean? As in the prices?
No,
People, yes,
people not booking, because there's been no dates up until now.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to book because they don't know when things are going to open. And if you were looking to go, and you were only going to go every few years,
yeah,
you would want to pick the opportune moment where you get to see Star Wars and everything like that. Granted, it can be ridiculously busy, but you would want to wait to see when you want to go.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good point. The reason we went and booked our honeymoon in October is because it's Food and Wine Festival, it's Halloween, and also our trip runs into November, so we get to do Very Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Now, I was kind of hoping that Galaxy's Edge might be open by then, but I didn't expect it to be. So it's a lovely bonus that it will be. Ryan for CEO. Well, I will take that mantle if it is thrust upon me.
If you have to, you will accept the. How many millions does he earn?
I don't need to as much money as he does. I'm happy.
That can be your big selling point. I will take half.
Yeah, I'll take half of what he earns. The first thing I do is fire Bob Chapek. He's gone. He's gone. The only thing I'd hire him for is to clean up the streets of America.
And you mean the fake streets?
In Hollywood Studios aren't there anymore.
Not generally speaking about the streets of America.
No, I'm talking about Main Street USA.
Okay.
Yeah. You're
not going to hire him as some sort of RoboCop.
No.
He's going to go around and clean up the mean streets of America.
No, he's not. Well, he can do it. I don't care. He's a waste of space.
He can do it the weekend.
Waste of space.
We can do it the weekend.
Yeah. I would do a lot of things to most of Disney's parks. The first thing I would do is make sure that at least one original attraction is added to every Disney park every 12 to 18 months.
But what about the IPs, Ryan?
They could be IPs. They could still be IPs. They'd just be original.
Original IPs?
Sorry, by original, I mean let's not copy and paste the attractions from every single park. Okay. Sorry, they could include an IP.
Right, okay.
But they won't always.
They just have to be different between parks.
They won't always.
Right, okay.
Sorry, Simon, your other question is, what is the most... I can't say that word. It's a difficult one to say.
Abominable.
See, no, you can't say it either.
What's wrong with that?
What is the worst
ride?
Let's call it worst in the theme park world. The worst ride I've personally ever been on, bearing in mind that I've been to most of the parks here in the UK, is probably Fast and Furious.
I knew you were going to say that. That came up in my mind as well. Fast and Furious is awful. Just awful.
It's shit.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a ride. Like, if you think of the major UK parks, I'm trying to think of a ride that could come close to that.
It's just dreadful, isn't it?
Yeah. It was horrendous.
It's definitely the worst ride I've ever been on.
Has Donna been on it yet?
No, we'll be going on it in October, and she can't wait.
I'm going to bring my parents on when I go next month.
They're going to love it.
Yeah.
Keep coming with the questions, guys, if you've got them. Scott says, Galaxy's Edge will be awesome. Ryan, you will go honeymoon or not? Yeah, that's true. But the waiting time is going to be horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. It's hilarious as literally Donna is real time in this conversation replying to people's comments.
You're going to love it, Donna. It's great.
Yeah, we really liked Fast and Furious.
Really good.
I think that's possibly up there as one of the worst attractions. I mean, we criticise ET a lot, but it's just old and weird. But Fast and Furious is new and really shit.
Yeah, and I think I'll give it to ET. There is a bit of nostalgia there. The first half is good. Second half is really shit. Fast and Furious is just shit from start to finish. Yeah. And there's no nostalgia there because it's a shit franchise.
It is largely a shit franchise, yeah. Simon says, how many is too many podcasts? The amount that I'm currently on is the limit, I think. If anyone else is asking me to do anything...
It's going to tip you over the edge.
I mean, I probably could, but
Don't say that. If somebody will ask you, you'll be like, oh, yeah, okay.
I think, right now I do obviously theme park trader.
Yeah.
We do the theme park trader live show now. That's every week. So that's 2 shows a week.
When are we doing that?
Right now.
Oh, okay.
We're live. If I punch you right now and give you a black eye, it's live.
Wait. Okay, so that will hurt in live, will it?
Might do. Let's test it out. So we do those 2 shows. Customer's Always Weird is 3. Diz After Dark, Ego when I can, and Universal After Dark as well. When I can. So 6. It's a lot. And yes, Donna, we do want you to go on this. It's amazing.
It's really good. Don't listen to what we say. It's really good.
It's amazing. The honeymoon has nothing to do with it. It does, Donna. It's perfect timing. But I'll be honest, I would have gone in January or February had I not got to see it this year. So we were already talking about it.
Yeah, we did mention it, didn't we? If it hadn't been opened.
But fortunately, well, we're thinking about a Tokyo trip next year, aren't we?
Possibly,
so,
yeah.
It's kind of potentially it might happen.
We need to do a Star Wars trip next year.
Yeah. Well, you always go to Florida anyway.
Yeah. Generally, yeah.
Yeah. iOS or Android in general, Simon? Like, is that just a general question?
Pretty random questions, aren't they? iOS.
iOS, yeah. That was easy.
Yeah.
I don't trust Google.
People are always surprised because I'm a programmer and they're like, oh, why are you on iOS? It's like, well, do you program for your Android? No. So what difference does it make? Like,
yeah.
I have programmed for iOS. It doesn't matter. You can do it on both.
Yeah.
People make a fuss of that. I don't know why.
Well, it got really codey all of a sudden, didn't it?
Yeah. No, I'm just venting.
Yeah. Feel free to stop.
Yeah.
Last question from Simon. If anyone else has got questions, they'll ask away. Light or dark side? Easy, dark side. I want to see Disney make a film where the dark side actually win, without it being complete bollocks and the light side somehow pulling through at the end.
Yeah. You see, I mean, because they don't really have that much dark side focused stuff, but obviously they've got the it's one of the Fets, isn't it? The show. Is it the Fets? They're coming out with a TV show for Disney Plus.
Mandalorian.
Right. Yeah.
That's nothing to do with the Fets. No.
Oh, I always see the picture of it. I didn't
no,
know.
basically, Jango Fett stole a Mandalorian's armor.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
That's the story.
See, I didn't really know anything about it. I just saw.
Well, that's clear, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
that's clear.
It's clear. I don't know much about it.
Once you get Disney Plus,
but, yeah.
watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It will all be on there, and they'll explain some of that in there.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars: Clone Wars is great.
I've seen a bit of the film. One of the films.
Oh, the Clone Wars film is terrible. Not the live action, the cartoon. Although the live action is terrible. The cartoon Clone Wars, I wouldn't bother with it. The TV show is where it's at.
Right. Okay.
So dark side, I think they've got cooler characters. Like as a whole, Luke Skywalker is a wet blanket.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren is cool. I like Darth Vader. Emperor is a bit of a. Theresa May.
He has his moments though, doesn't it? Like unlimited power.
That was cool.
That sort of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But
most of the time he's just an old man, isn't he?
Yeah, I think in the prequels he's quite good.
I like the prequels because he's really twisting the whole thing from behind the scenes.
Yeah, and it's in the originals he's just kind of this guy in the background.
In a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Snoke or Snoke,
yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Snoke was massively underused.
Yeah, I think
it's a shame.
There was a few characters in the new trilogy that I think were a bit disappointing. Like Snoke. Phasma hasn't really done anything. They made a big fuss of her. She hasn't done anything.
No.
Snoke, even Luke has been disappointing because he's died. They didn't really show him doing much. Yeah, they showed he had like. I mean, to be fair, if you
it's fair
right now,
2 years ago.
You know, he was meant to be so powerful, and he managed to do this trickery with Ren.
Yeah.
And that was it. He's gone.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's true. Donna says,
disappointing.
Donna says, I never listen to you guys. Cheers.
She's not talking just about the podcast though.
No, she doesn't ever listen to me. I do go off on tangents though, like I do on this show. I'm looking to go to Tokyo in 2023. The park is 40 the same day as me. Oh, that'd be amazing, Simon. Yeah, I got that. We got that from that.
From what?
Donna says Jar Jar Binks is where it's at. I mean, for one, Donna, you spelled Jar Jar wrong. That's not how Jar Jar Binks is. It's like Jaja. And for two, stop trolling us. I know you don't like Jar Jar Binks. Nobody does. So there you go.
I'm sure I've had somebody say they like Jar Jar Binks. I'm trying to think who it was.
George Lucas?
Was it?
I think Jar Jar Binks is a great character.
I think you did the chin thing very well there.
Yeah.
That's a good chin impression.
He has got, despite he's got no chin, has he?
No, it just smooths out from chin to neck. It's just a smooth transition.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? He looks like a turkey. Donna says she was talking about Fast and Furious when Dan said, "Don't listen to me." Oh, okay, I see. Fair enough. I still know that you don't listen to the podcast, though.
Oh, okay.
You love Fast and Furious, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you like playing the PS1, and the graphics are just the same. So
yeah, it's retro.
Yeah, it's very retro, but you've got Vin Diesel in it, which ruins it.
Most things, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's good in Guardians because you don't see his face.
And he says one sentence.
Yeah, it's one sentence. Yeah.
Just over and over and over again. They must get him to record multiple. Like, it's not just like he records once and then.
No, he'll do lots of different variations of I Am Groot. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Hodor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold the door.
Hodor.
Was that your Hodor impression?
Yeah, it was alright. Do you see this? Completely unrelated. Somebody's published a novel of Hodor's life.
Why?
It's just Hodor. $7.99.
$7.99. $7.99. Who is paying $7.99?
It's like 500 pages of Hodor.
But we know for a fact that his whole life wasn't that.
No, but that's how he's writing.
Oh, he's written it.
It's like he's written it.
I see.
So, but he can't,
But nobody said that he can't write.
I think it's probably fairly.
Nobody said that.
Nobody said it, but I think it's probably fairly recognised that he can't write. If he can't talk.
Oh, I think that's quite the assumption you've made there.
I think it's a pretty good assumption. Although you don't really see many people writing Game of Thrones, but we're getting off subject.
Stephen Hawking can talk very well, but he could write.
Don't think he could write.
Well, how are you talking? He was typing on his little machine.
Yeah, that's typing. That's not writing, isn't it?
Oh,
I don't think they had computers in Game of Thrones.
Jesus Christ, this is what we come to. So unless anyone else has any more questions, we're going to call it there because otherwise I really will break Dan's glasses.
I don't know what I've done.
You've left your stained rag on the table. That's what you've done.
It's completely clean, Ryan. Completely clean.
I mean, people zoom in on that on YouTube when we release it, and we'll see otherwise.
Try and make that the thumbnail.
I'm still learning how to make things thumbnails. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. Go and listen to the podcast. I know probably everyone watching tonight already does, apart from Donna. And
we might gain one viewer then.
No, Donna's not going to listen though. So we will be back on Monday with the podcast where we're talking about Star Tours, and we're reading out poor reviews of that. So everyone that watches this show on the actual day gets a little bit of a sneak preview of the podcast. I mean, normally they don't. No. But we've already recorded the episode. That's true. Yeah, usually recorded on Sunday. Yeah, so normally we would record the episode tomorrow, but we've done it earlier. Yes, that's true. So we're reading out poor reviews of Star Tours. Yeah. Simon says, it's been fun, guys. Leave the cloth alone. See you again soon. Who's he talking to? Yeah, obviously... Is he talking to... Simon, are you telling Ryan to stop picking up my cloth, or are you telling me to stop using it? Either way, it's not... I'm not saying I'm using it. It's not a sinister way. I'm just cleaning my glasses. Mm-hmm. Is that what they call it nowadays? What a euphemism. Polishing. Cleaning the glasses. Polishing the lens. So what are you doing? Just cleaning the glasses. Just a little polish. Yeah. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Dirty boy. We'll be live again next weekend. We'll give you plenty of notice on a day and a time. And we will catch you very, very soon. So, good pie. And we're going to wave. Good pie. Yeah. Oh, we should have mentioned the... Good pasty. Yeah, that's it. We should have mentioned that, didn't we? Although we did briefly touch on it earlier. Yeah. Bye.